like I said, you can see on the machine when I say press this. Okay. Same thing with the shear. So I'm going to press the manual shear button. The shear will go down and out.
Yep.
Just press once.
Yep.
So these manual buttons are to, you know, like testing the punches. Other than that, like on the parts that you want to have like 3 holes or more than 3 holes like that, the controller gonna do that part for you. You don't have to manually do anything. So I wouldn't worry about pressing all 3 presses at once by manual. You wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, chances are we're never going to use that manual.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay, so when you go to program, I'll delete this and enter something new so that way. So the problem I can't delete that is because the order is set for next. So this order is ready to run next. That's why it doesn't let me to delete it. But if you want to delete an order, you can come here, you can come to program and select the order that has been done. Then you can come to F3. See that?
Yep, see it.
Delete, or you can press F3 button.
Right.
Delete item, yes. And that order is gone. Okay, and so we already have an order program. I can show you add a new order. You touch on the left side of the screen. You go to program, touch the left side of the screen and press add F2. You're gonna add order number 2, and now you touch the right side of the screen. You can, if you don't want to touch the screen, you can always use the F1
Yep.
key to go between the screens.
Sure, got it.
Okay,
Yep.
and hit enter. Say, let's say how many pieces you want. Let's say you need 5 pieces of this order. Okay, you enter 5, and you want to enter a length, how long your part is, how long generally your parts are. So let's say you have like a 60-inch part, right? Total length of the part is 60 inches. The pattern is the one define how the punch is going to punch. Okay, so I already have a pattern 1, so then I'm going to add a pattern 2, then I'll show you how to add the pattern. Okay, enter. So now you already have a punch pattern. It's going to run 5 pieces of 60 inches and it's going to use the pattern number 2. So now we need to go to patterns, CF6, go to patterns, and same thing, you're going to add to pattern number 2. Okay, so the tool IDs, do you remember that in the setup menu I showed you tool data? So you can use these tool 1 and 2 to enter pattern. So tool 1 is for those side punches and tool 2 is for the center punch. Okay, then I come back to the program, go to pattern, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna make 2 holes and use ID 1. That's a 2-hole one. Okay, let's say you're gonna have like 4 inches from the leading edge, 4 inches, and you're gonna have another hole, center hole, right? Same length.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use the tool ID 2, leading edge, 4 inches.
So, I don't want to interrupt
Go ahead.
you, but
No, go ahead.
so we used to have that shear
Mhm.
being 0 when it cuts the material and then we're ready to go again. So what we're going to do now is get an optical eye
Yes.
or something, so it's going to take that out of there. Yeah, I mean, it's just
So the optical eye, I was talking
That
about
would
that,
be the
is
0.
to tell the controller where the material is present.
okay.
Because the problem we had was when you have the feed rolls, connected to the encoder, every time the machine gonna start or that feed roll rotates, the controller gonna think, okay, there's material moving, even though there's no material. So we want to clear the controller. Okay, don't always go by the encoder reading. Make sure you get the encoder reading plus the photo I reading. So that way the controller knows, even though I get encoder readings and I don't see that photo I, there's no material. When I see the photo I and get the encoder reading, then there's material and it's moving.
Okay. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be a learning curve. Yep, but
Yeah.
I understand. Okay.
So it's a simple thing. So in this pattern, what's going to happen is from 4 inches from the leading edge, it's going to make 3 holes. These 2 holes and a center hole. Okay. Let's say you want to add more punch holes. Okay. You're going to tell me like you're going to use the outer holes or center hole. Pick one.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm going to do another outer 2 holes from the leading edge. This time it's going to be 4 foot or like
Like, well, yeah, well, it doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
6 inches or something
6
like that.
inches
Yep.
from the leading edge.
Okay.
And this time you don't want a center hole at the same point. You're going to have this center hole in a different point, let's say 7 inches,
Sure.
like that. So you can keep entering that in here.
Okay.
Right. Once you're done with that, you go to orders. Okay. You want to double check you have everything correct. Go to F6 and you're going to see that punch pattern we entered. Okay. When the controller runs, it's going to have that punch pattern and it's going to run that.
Okay.
Okay. So now once you're done, you go back to program. You see everything is good. You see the status. So this program is set to run next. So let's say you don't want to run this program, but you want to run with the one with the punch pattern. Highlight that. It says ready. You can set to next. F2. So now that's the order is going to run next. Okay.
Okay. So, in other words, we would have a bunch of programs listed in there, and then we could just
You can select one.
right. And can you name
Yeah.
a name like say 16-foot beam or 10-foot
Mhm.
beam or something
Yeah.
like that? You could, I mean, so it could be distinguishable.
Yes. So
Okay.
I'll show you how to get the keyboard open. So you go to setup. Okay. Operator preferences, and it says enable virtual keyboard. Change it to yes. Okay. And you go back to program. You're gonna
Okay.
so whatever the name.
It could be
16. What is that name?
B beam.
V beam.
Got it.
So
Okay.
this is your 16 V beam, and you can also do same for this one.
Got it.
You can pick a name like just
Test.
test. Yeah.
Change the other one to test the
Yeah. Can you change that one to if I need to edit it?
test.
Yeah. Always.
Just say B beam test.
You want to clear it? Clear it.
You could do that. Or always, if I want to change it, then basically you. Easy. Okay, got it.
So just remember that once the order is completed, it's going to delete from the controller itself automatically. If you want to keep those orders repeated, like if you're running the same order again and again, then you can set none items to ready. So what's going to happen is like once that order is completed, it doesn't get deleted automatically. It just changed to ready.
Okay, so I would only do that if I wanted to delete the order and it was a custom deal.
Okay.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
Let's say like
if it was something I'd never done before and I just say delete it.
yes.
That's what that's telling. Okay, got it. Got it.
Because some customers, they want to run same order every day.
Okay.
They don't want that order to get deleted. So they use this feature.
Right.
Otherwise, what's going to happen is like after we have set for 14 days, you can go up to 28 days. But what's going to happen is like done order is going to automatically delete after 28 days or whatever the value you have selected in here for the day.
So can you have it on there where it's never going to be deleted?
Yeah, that's this feature is for. Set done items to ready. So what's going to happen is once the order is completed, it's going to change itself to like a refresh.
Okay.
So instead of it's getting deleted, it's going to be there
So you can always
as a
select
new order. So you don't have to re-enter the orders again and again.
Right. Okay.
So I'll leave the parameter that way.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. And that's basically the programming part. So let's say you can select in between which one you're gonna run, and I'm gonna run this guy. Let's say I'm gonna go to status and set this one and set to next.
I'm
Okay.
getting tired.
So once I hit the run button, I'm gonna go to the diagnostics and you're gonna see that. You don't have to go to diagnostics when you're running. You can still, because once the operators start doing the machine, they don't worry about which inputs and outputs file. They basically want to see how many parts remaining, what orders they're gonna run like that. So they're gonna stay in this page and pull this button. It's going to show you the encoder reading, how fast the encoder is rotating. It's going to give you the length that material has been passed. Okay. That's the reason we need a photo eye, because if that at this point we don't have any material, but the encoder is giving us a reading, right?
It's double checking itself.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. And if you want to stop the line in the middle, so once the order is completed, it's going to hold itself. But let's say if you want to hold the line in the middle of the run, or something emergency comes up, you hit boom.
Okay.
It goes to hold.
So what if when come to a point that just say something lined up
You
here?
just hold.
Okay. But if you had to reverse it and take the material a little bit or back it up a little bit, can that be done, or you have to go and do manual mode?
That's what I was talking to him. We can add 2 buttons for that. At this point, we can't have the reverse because you don't have the potentiometer. We can only go on the forward direction.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll call you again anyway.
If your arm gets stuck in there, you're screwed.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Okay.
that's general idea of what you need to know on running. More questions gonna happen when you run.
Oh, yes. Is there parameters that I have to set up before I even run these things? I mean, I know everything's going to be the same, but
Yeah, basically in this machine on the open loop setup, you don't have to set a lot of parameters because everything is, I generally put those values, and you guys already have those sensors set up. So what's going to happen is when the shear or the punch happening, it's going to go down until it hits the limit switches and it's going to come up, right? So if it's not going all the way down, if it's not going enough distance down to make a hole in the part, then you have to adjust those limit switches to be down.
otherwise,
That's
hardwire.
your dad.
That's him. Yep.
Yeah. Don't call me on that. Call your dad.
if I don't,
Daddy!
if I don't forget. Yeah.
Yeah, I can show you if we forget. I don't know.
You want to? Yep.
Because if so these are the limit switches for the punches. These two are working together, and this is the one for the center. So when the punch goes down, this limit switch is going to trigger and passes it on to the controller. Okay, punch is all the way down.
So that's this one here. Tape.
Yeah, this one, they work together. They are the outer punches. This is the center punch. And for the shear also, you have the top of the stroke and the bottom of the stroke. That's what we call top of the stroke and bottom of the stroke.
So top stroke, bottom stroke.
Yes, let me see. That's generally how the things need to be done. And if you have questions,
I will eventually. But yeah, right now we're after reviewing that, it'll probably come back. So
we good?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think